Our individual and collective needs are invisible and unseen, sometimes even unconscious, and certainly hard to measure all round. But to be able to create the types of places that allow people to go and thrive, to create the physical and visible conditions for that, it's those invisible and hard to capture things that must be driving the way those places are made. And fundamentally, that could be done through empathy. There is increasing evidence in the sciences showing how the overall makeup and also the very small details of surroundings have a profound influence and consequences on the way that we feel, how we relate to one another, and our capacity to grow in our lives. And more we're seeing crossovers between designers, architects, and scientists, such as neuroscientists and psychologists and behavioural scientists, coming together and exploring new ways of creating places. And we need these new ways because happiness and flourishing, these are not some things that you'd normally associate with static physical construction. To create the conditions that enable growth and thriving in individuals, groups, communities, and neighbourhoods, shouldn't we be thinking more in terms of ecology, which is about looking at the interaction of living things and their environment? Thinking in terms of relationships and ecosystems that affect one another, not just in terms of stuff. So rather than thinking of places and buildings as a collection of fixed things, what if we could instead see places as systems, dynamic and invisible experiences that a person will move through the day, through a week, and also potentially across their whole life? What if places can adapt to different and changing needs, bringing time and resilience into that equation, and acknowledging all the potential unknowns that we may face as a society going forwards? And by asking different questions, we can start to find the way to new answers. No longer, how can we maximise the efficiency of this site? But instead, how can we build resilience, empowerment, understanding, connection, and interaction through this place? How can we build possibility and opportunity for people? And could we even go as far to ask, how can we think about how this will affect people's life chances? So at this strange time, why don't we get a little bit closer to things that make us human? Lean into the intricacy and messiness and open ourselves up to complexity. Because alongside the health crisis, we will need emotional healing at a scale and in ways that we've never seen before. Could the idea of urban empathy help guide us towards a new operating system that can look at how places better connect us to ourselves, to those around us, and to our environment and nature? Could turning our thinking inside out be a way towards unlocking new solutions to the complex problems of our time? And perhaps a little bit more empathy could be one of the ways that we need to help reconnect us to the fundamentals of what it means to be human.